ladies and gentlemen, fall is officially here. The leaves are changing color, the air is getting nice and cold, crisp, refreshing feeling, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree with me when I say that fall is probably my favorite time of the year. And what better way to spend a good fall day than to come out here and do some fishing. I'm out here at a beautiful green river in the Pacific Northwest. I'm gonna be fishing for chum salmon. That's the target species. There are chum salmon in the river right now, but there's also coho salmon, which we might be able to get a chance to hook up into, but our target species for the day is in fact chum salmon. If this is your first time clicking on my channel, my name is Max. This is my channel, Max Fishing. And the premise of this channel is not just to entertain you guys, but to also inspire and teach you guys how to come out here and do all this stuff I'm doing on your own. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, because I do post videos every single week, so you don't want to miss a thing. So yeah, like I said, I'm out here. Oh, I'm falling in the river. I'm out here on the Green River, the Pacific Northwest. We're gonna be fishing for salmon, so I'll take you guys along on this adventure, and stay tuned because it's gonna be a good one. As I walked down to the spot, I noticed a bunch of dead salmon just laying down along the shore here, and I'm sure if you guys come out here and do some fishing for yourself, you guys will see all these dead salmon. And it's kind of cool to know the life cycle of these fish. Basically, they, you know, stay in the ocean for X amount of years, 2-3 years, whatever, get fat, and they just get all this energy, get fat for one specific reason, which is to come up river and just lay eggs and spawn, and after that they die. It's kind of crazy. Oh, there's a pink salmon right there, and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, let me see if I can put my glasses on. There's a red right there. I'll point it out in the video. And basically what a red is it's a little area of the river that a salmon kind of cleans up, and they lay their eggs in these reds. So as you guys are walking down the river, take very, very, very good care to not step in these reds, because that's where the baby salmon are, the eggs. And if you step in these reds, you're going to crush the salmon eggs, and we don't want that. So try to do as little wading as possible if you can. And if you do have to cross the river in a certain area, just watch your step, look out. If you see like an area of the river that looks different than the rest of the bottom, more cleared out, just avoid that area completely. So yeah, we're just gonna fish this little area and see if we can get any action going for us. Hopefully we get something so I can show you guys these beautiful fish we're fishing for here. All right, we pull up to the second spot right here. It's kind of a little tail out right here, kind of goes around, and I'm guessing this is where the fish might be chilling. So we're gonna try this spot out for a little bit. I'm gonna throw the bobber around for a little bit, and then maybe switch to a spinner or a twitching jig in this tail out section, because this looks really fishy right here. Yo, what's Mike put in his
bro
bucket?
The secret sauce. It's the secret sauce, bro. Got that babushka sandwich, bro.
What is up, guys? It is day 2, part 2 of the video right here. I basically, the video just cut off where I was because I didn't really have anything yesterday. I didn't have any luck yesterday, so I'm trying higher up river today a little bit with my buddy there, Mike, right there.
What's up, YouTube?
I'm gonna put his channel in the description. Like, I'll put a time card right here. Click that, check out his channel. He's gonna start posting content too.
On the daily.
Yes, sir. He's been doing pretty good at the spot, he told me, so we're gonna throw a bobber and a jig out here, see if we can get any action for you guys to see. So stay tuned. It's really, really chilly this morning. I woke up, I think it was like 30, 33, 32, 33, something like that. Yeah, it was freezing this morning. So, you know, there's no need to come out this early. I mean, we kind of just did because you know, we wanted to get here before sunrise, but you know, if you want to wait until after this,
gets the early worm, bro.
True, early bird gets the worm. But I mean, if you guys want to wait until the sun comes out, that's totally fine too. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check out this spot, and I'll see you guys on the chest mount. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started right here, guys. See if we can get into any action. All right, let's try this pink jig actually. This is a pink 1/4 ounce maxi jig that I just found on the bottom of my box. All right, let's see if this is good. Moving spots right now. This spot was kind of a bust. The water just really low and fast. which is kind of the opposite of what you want when you're bobber fishing.
Yeah, it's all about rain for a couple of days.
Yeah, just kind of made it really fast. So we're gonna go a little higher up river. We're gonna try a different spot that I know has like slower, deeper water, and see if I can like drift my bobber down through those holes, through those lanes, and see if we can get some fish. This is what it's all about, guys. You know, you don't always get the fish. Sometimes the fish come easy, but sometimes you gotta work for them. So this is part of what makes it enjoyable, though, is this challenge, the fishing. So I guess see you guys at the next spot. Right here? I just don't know why they're so finicky today. All right, guys. We're gonna go to spot number 3 now for the day. We're gonna go back to the first spot I was fishing at yesterday. It's gonna be spot number 3 for the day. I know it's getting a little confusing, sorry guys. Just try to stick with me here. All right, y'all, we're back at the same spot as yesterday. Well, the first spot that I came to, or second spot, I don't remember exactly. I went to a couple spots this morning. I'll probably throw those in the video for you guys to see. No luck at all. Not even a bobber down. So I was sitting in my car watching some people parked up, and I saw somebody already catch one here. So that's a pretty good sign. I guess we'll see what we can make happen here today on this adventure. All right, we're pulling up to the spot now. I guess we'll see if we catch anything. All right, we're gonna switch to this pink jig right here. And let me give you guys a quick tip when you're rigging up any sort of jig. This is for salmon jigs, but I mean, this tip doesn't just work for salmon jigs. It works for crappie jigs, like panfish jigs. You're fishing even for bass. Always tie like a knot that has 2 points of contact. Not 2 points of contact. What's the word to use here? 2 strands of string that go through the eye of the hook instead of 1. Like, let's say the Palomar knot, for example. If you guys know what the Palomar knot is. So, okay, let's use my fingers, for example. Like, okay, pretend that this is the eye of the hook. So now let's try like a fisherman's knot or an improved clinch knot. You basically just wrap it around once around the eye of the hook, wrap it up and tie it. Now look, see? The line is moving freely around the eye of the hook, which means your jig's flowing down the river. It's just going to be moving up and down like this all over the place, right? Now, let's show you the Palomar knot. See, which is what I tied here. This is the Palomar knot. Now, with the Palomar knot, you have 2 points of contact with the line in the eye, and it's a lot harder to, move that jig around. So basically, in churn, as your jig's flowing down that river, you keep it straight and it floats down straight down the river, and your hook is pointed, like it hooks at 90 degrees, so that way when a chunk or a salmon or a fish comes to eat it, you set the hook up, sets the hook right on the top of his snout, which is where you want to set the hook, right on top of that snout. Makes it harder for you to lose the fish, and it also does the least amount of damage to the fish if you do end up wanting to release it. Doesn't tear up the mouth as much. Just little tidbits of information for you guys. Something I've learned, trying to pass it along to you guys so you guys can use that next time he goes out fishing. All right. There's one. Come down, keep him grabbed. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. Nice, pretty hen. First one of the day. All right, so let's do a quick overview of the setup I'm using. Starting with the reel, this is a Shimano Curado 200. You know, honestly, you don't need anything fancy to get started. You can literally go to Walmart and get like a ugly stick combo and start with that. You don't need anything fancy to start salmon fishing, but this is, I'm just kind of showing you. And everything I use in this video will, of course, be in the description below. And the rod is a Okuma SST. It's kind of a little too short for float fishing. It's just what I already had rigged up with braid, so I just grabbed it. But generally, this is an 8.6, but generally you don't want anything shorter than a 9'6" for float fishing. Down to the line, I'm running 35-pound test braid, and you don't want anything heavier than like 35-40 pounds, because then it starts getting hard to mend down the river. And from there, I have some bobber stops. I'm running 3 bobber stops actually, because these are a little bit too big for the braid. But normally you want to run 2 bobber stops. I don't like running 1 because after a while it gets all wet and loose, and then it starts running up and down the line and it won't hold your bobber in place. So down to the bobber stops, I got 2 beads, a bobber, a salmon float, river float, whatever, another 2 beads to hold the bobber in place. And then I like to put a bobber stop. Actually, somebody told me this tip in a previous comment, in a previous video. I forgot his name, but I'll throw the comment right up here. And actually this technique saved me today, because I broke off and I saved my bobber because I had the bobber stop on there. So I like to put a bobber stop underneath it, just in case I do break everything off, you know, the bobber doesn't go flying off in the river. Nope, little tingle. And then from there, inline swivel, inline weight. And generally speaking, there's going to be a number on the package, 5/8, half ounce, quarter ounce, 1 ounce, 1.5 ounce, whatever. And that number basically represents the weight needed to complement the bobber to keep it upright. So this is a 5/8 ounce inline weight, because this is a 5/8 ounce float. And then from there, these are chum salmon, so I'm running a little bit of a thicker leader. I think this is 20-pound test fluorocarbon. And then this is about like 1.5 feet, 2 feet leader, and then down to your jig. I think this is a 1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce or 1/4 ounce, I'm not too sure, little pink jig. Just nothing special. I think this is a Danielson's jig. And I like to do something with my jigs when I get them. I like to cut off the extra tinsel, so it kind of makes the jig profile shorter, because I found with the smaller jigs, the Addicted Series Sinket jigs are probably my favorite jigs. You can fish those right out of the box because they're just the perfect length. But these Danielson's jigs and a few other ones, they're kind of too long, so I like to trim them and make them shorter, because I don't know why, but these chum salmon like to key in on the smaller profiles. So yep, and there's my jig, a little jig right there, and that's pretty much the whole setup. That's all you need to get started. Like I said, you don't need an expensive rod and reel. I mean, you can literally go to the store, get a cheap ugly stick combo, throw some braid on there. They probably sell everything you need to get started literally at Walmart. You just go into Walmart, find all this stuff I just said, and I'll put everything in the description below for everything that I'm using exactly. But you can literally go into Walmart, and I can guarantee you with under $100 you can get everything you need to get started and come out here and catch some salmon yourself. The bite really died down. I'm afraid I'm probably gonna have to leave here pretty soon, because I got 1 fish on the bank right there. I'm gonna give it like probably another 20 minutes. If I don't see any action in any of these guys, and there's a few guys fishing with us here, but if I don't see any of these guys pulling anything in, or I don't see any action, I'm probably just gonna head out and take my 1 fish. I lost a pretty nice one as well earlier. Oh, I popped off, but I think that was like a really big buck, pretty dark. I couldn't tell exactly in the water, but it looked like it was a pretty dark buck. Ow. All right, guys, little tip right here. If you guys forgot your stringer, get yourself a stick that looks like that, kind of straight stick with the tree branch sticking out. I found like a really big one. I just cut it up. All you do, just stick this little kind of angled part in the fish. Boom, there you go. DIY stringer. Nature's finest. All right, guys, ending the day here at Green River. I actually managed to get one today. It was definitely a grind, I'll tell you that one. But I came to the spot and it was actually doing really good. Everyone was hooking up. I think I had like 3 bobber downs. I only managed to land one though, unfortunately. There was a couple of people that limited out in the same spot I was in, so there was this like 1.5 to 2 hour bite window where it was just popping off and it just died down after that completely. I didn't see any action for the past hour and a half, so I think I'm gonna call it. I want to head out anyways. It's 1:07 right now. Traffic hits at around 2, so I don't want to be stuck in that rush hour traffic anyways. But with that being said, thanks for watching. Oh, that clears. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe, because I will be posting more. Tongue twister right there. I'll be posting more. So yeah, that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.